Hey fellas, so I was looking at a solution that I needed to set up with a VoIP phone that I have that I formatted and now it can't download a config file, but the TLDR is I wanted to set up a device RCS so that it would just download a config file. That's a Polycom SoundPoint 335 for anyone interested. And I found this thing called OpenSIPs. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is to give a tutorial for migrating a non-Proxmox VM into Proxmox, because this is a great example I found. So this tool is a OpenSIP SBC type platform, but yeah, this is not really crucial for this exercise. It has some features for how it works about proxying and stuff like that. But the part that is interesting is it offers this live VM fork of the distribution. So by default, it's not compiled. So you'd need to compile it all yourself if you wanted to set it up. I wanted a quicker way to do it, so I found the live VM. But as you can see here, last modified 2016. So it's going to be an old ass VM. So you can just go down, load the version here, the SourceForge mirrors, blah, 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 get your download. So I downloaded this one, which is the actual VM. And this is a VMware VM. So when you get it, it will come out like, just extract this here, won't take long at all. But essentially it will deposit all the ESXI VMware style, disks and stuff like that. Whereas what we need is the Proxmox version, which is a different format, obviously. Just out of interest, the other download that you can get is the uncompiled code here, which again, not something that I wanted because it was quick and easy to do this. So we'll extract it here, and here is your ESXI VMware style. Like here's your disk, which is what we actually care about, and here's all your other like config stuff that your alternative hypervisor platforms use. So from here, we want to grab this folder and chuck it somewhere that Proxmox can see. I'm just going to use my anime Plex storage facility for this example. And there is a page here for migrate to Proxmox VE. I can chuck in a link in the video description here just to make it easy to find. And in particular, for this example, we're going to use this manual migration facility. Now, it doesn't have the timestamp of it, but it's an old 2016 VM, so I wanted to make sure that it works and just sets up. It's going to be an old fork of Debian, but for testing, it'll be completely fine. Now, the exact thing that we want to use is this import disk section, and in particular, this string here. So this does require that the VM is set up first with no storage attached, which I'll go through now. So here in your Proxmox, first we want to copy over the disk image. So my particular one, I have it mounted in my Proxmox here. You could do it on a USB drive or whatever you want to use. And as you can see here, we have the OpenSIPs VM, so there it is. Now, in particular, we just want this, the actual drive. Okay. We just want this bit, the actual drive. So hit it here. So yeah, copy recursive on the directory. We'll just bring the whole thing over for now. into our home directory on Proxmox. And we want to target this disk, which is in this directory. Now, before we do this, we want to create the VM. So I want to create this with ID 160, and we'll just call it OpenSIPs. No startup boot. The usual rigmarole. We don't need any install media. This is fine for the default stuff, and we can just remove the disk because we'll be importing our own. Here, we'll just do the normal sort of style where you get 2 cores, and we'll just give it the default 2 gigs of RAM. The normal NIC, bada bing, bada boom, away we go, finish. And Proxmox will now set up our new VM here that we want to use. We can just go in here, have a look. Cool, so here it is. Now, obviously there's no disk mounted, and the boot order is going to be CD and NIC. So we'll try to PXE boot if we boot this, and there's no storage attached, as you can see here. So to attach that drive, we've got it copied into our home drive here, and we're going to run the command in the Proxmox documentation here, the QM disk import with some flags, namely the VMID we want to target, which will be 160. The vmdk file, which is the source, and where we want to put the Proxmox imported storage. So my volume here is local-lvm, which is where I chuck my container and VM storage on. So this is the command I'll be running here, qm disk import 160 for OpenSIPs, and the file, the target disk from VMware or ESXI, and the storage that we want to put it to. So we'll run that, and Proxmox will nicely do its import. And now this storage will be populated in our VM disks. See, there we go. And additionally, it will also now be here as an unused disk. So to make it used, we can just click on this and go edit. And then we just need to click this add button here. And now that unattached disk is now attached to this. And the other thing we'll need to do is go options just to update the boot order. And we can just set the SCSI drive that we've added there, imported. Now, if we start this VM, it just boots. Bing, there's grub, and here we see it booting into Debian. Now, this is an old fork of Debian, and it takes a while to boot up, but this is your proof of concept. Here we go, it's booted using the imported disk. Let me know if you have any questions, but there you go. How to import a 2016 VM in the year of our Lord, 2024, between ESXI or VMware into Proxmox. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.